What's up, everyone? What's up? Fantastic to be back at it. I haven't posted in some time now, but as you can see, things are a little different this time around. Made some changes to the background, of course. Just thought, in anticipation of entering the new year, entering 2024. Let me just make a few upgrades. Let me change things up as we always do on this channel. But I think today I wanna chat a bit about my experience through university, my experience through UP, the things I learned, the things that went well for me, the things that maybe didn't go too well for me, and everything in between. So I definitely think that this is something that you guys can sort of get value from, and perhaps even resonate to in your personal journey as well. So yeah, hope you enjoy this one. So I went to varsity in the University of Pretoria, as many of you guys know it already, UP. And you know what, I think in coming into UP, I had a certain expectation as to how it would be. I was perhaps mainly more focused on the academic side of things. I didn't know it would be as hard as it was, of course. But yeah, I came in with these certain expectations. But I think something else that I came into university with was the mindset of really just trying to form a person that I was happy to be, if that makes sense. Because I was quite reserved back in high school. I wasn't, sort of this outspoken, and I wasn't the person that I am today. So I think coming into university, I really just wanted to just broaden my horizons and really just be more of my true self. So one of the biggest things that I did in university, over and above, of course, academics, I did accounting science, by the way, is I went into res management or residence management, or the HC, house committee, or whatever you guys call it. But essentially, I went into student leadership because I think I wanted to, once again, just broaden my horizons, but, also put myself out there. And, I really looked for that growth in and amongst everything. And I honestly can say this is one of the best decisions that I ever made, because, all this wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, just taking that step forward and just being like, let me put myself out there, let me, take on opportunities, and let me get involved, So I did that. I was in, res leadership for 2 years. Even in my, final year, I was even the chairperson at my residence. And I think this taught me a lot of things. It taught me sort of course, the ability to speak, but I think more importantly, it taught me time management and the importance of time management. Because of course, within my academics, within my degree itself, it was hectic. Things were going down. It wasn't easy, as of course you all already know. And on top of that, I also had all this other work that I had to do within residence management or the HC. And this is where I truly learned the importance of time management. Of course, back then I didn't have as in-depth knowledge as I do now, but I think this is when I started to slowly implement time management, even though it was a bit haphazard, even though it didn't work out at times. But I think I really pushed to just make sure that, of course, I gave everything the attention that it needed. Of course, academics was my priority, but I also really love the stuff that I do within residence leadership, working with students, interacting and all that stuff. So this is where, my time management skills really got refined over time. But I think another thing which I sort of learned very early on is how to deal with pressure. And I think this is something that a lot of us sometimes struggle with, especially leading up towards exams or leading up towards the busy periods where there's a lot of assignments, there's a lot of things that we need to get done. I think working under pressure is one of the most important skills that you can have as a person. So there were a lot of times where, there'd be things due, but, of course, things were going down this side and, residence leadership, and I was also playing sports as well. Was busy then, so I think I learned how to sort of cope with the pressure. Obviously, things were not perfect. I don't think things will ever be perfect, but I think just the ability to know how to work under pressure, and to sort of know perhaps how to relieve yourself of stress, and how to put in the focus when it's really required is so important. Of course, for your academics, but I think for you personally as well, and of course leading up to the other areas in your life, and even just later on after university, guys. I think a lot of the skills we learn in varsity, over and above academics, yes, academics is important, but I think in varsity we learn so much about ourselves, about various things. We pick up skills, we form relationships. So there's a lot of things that happen around the academics that I think sometimes we don't actually see, but at times I feel are almost, as important as the academics themselves, because I think we focus so much on academics. Of course, academics is a priority. It's one of the main priorities. But I think another big priority in your own life should be, of course, your personal growth, your development, your upskilling, and just building yourself to be the person that you really want to be. So, I think if there's one thing, guys, that I can say, I'm truly grateful for university, is it helped me sort of better understand myself, and of course, really just grow into who I am today. Now, I think the sort of next aspect I want to touch on, I think, is the one that we all expected, but I want to chat on my academic journey in university. I think, obviously, once again, this is the main focus, and my academic journey was not easy, not in the slightest. I think when we first enter university, or in our sort of earlier years in university, we always feel that we're the only ones struggling. Maybe we're the only ones who are, performing subpar. We're the only ones who don't know what's happening. We're the only ones who are just confused. We always come with these thoughts, and we tend to alienate ourselves, and in essence just make these problems worse for ourselves, because we end up feeling that I am the problem. I'm not understanding the work. Why am I not understanding the work? I am the problem. But this is not the case, guys. This is not the case. I think every single person in university struggles. And that is university in a sense. That is sort of the landscape of university. And I think a lot of the struggle sort of makes us better equipped for, of course, the later years, and of course just the world of work in general, guys. So I want to take this time to tell you that it's okay. It's okay if you're struggling. It's okay if you don't have everything figured out, if you're confused, if your journey's a bit haphazard. That's okay. That's normal. That's part of the journey, because it was part of my journey as well, guys. I'll tell you that for free. I mean, academically, I was, of course, a bit fortunate that in my undergraduate years, I passed every single year, first time through. I never failed a module once, even in my postgraduate as well. And I think a lot of that I attribute to the sort of study principles that I, of course, share with you guys. And I think just more so my mentality and the things that I carried. So yes, in me saying that, of course, it doesn't mean that my academic journey was easy. It doesn't mean that I didn't struggle. It doesn't mean that, I didn't have self-doubt. I had a lot of self-doubt, guys. I doubted myself a lot of the time. I had a lot of imposter syndrome. I felt that I didn't deserve to be in this qualification. I felt that there were way smarter people than me. And I think all of us have these beliefs to an extent. But at the end of the day, I always say this. The fact that you're already here the fact that you're in your qualification, the fact that you're in the year you're in, whether you're repeating, whether you're not repeating, whatever is the case, you deserve to be there. You deserve to be there. And it's only when I truly embrace this fact that I deserve to be where I am and I deserve more for myself. It's only when I embrace that, when I really just, went on an upward trajectory of just great improvement. I went on just this sort of journey of just, everything in front of me. I wasn't scared. I'd go at it. I'd attack it. I'd be aggressive towards things. And even my academics, I'd no longer be defensive and, be sort of, no, I can't do this. This is too difficult. I'd be like, let's get it done. I believe in my abilities. I can do this because I've already made it this far. So I think in your journey as well, it's so important to get to a stage where, you sort of deeply believe that you deserve to be here, and also deeply believe in your ability to succeed, in your ability to sort of make it past all the different hurdles, whether it's academic hurdles or even just personal hurdles, guys. I think one of the things that is often not said in university is, yes, you have academics here, but everything else is going on. Your world is going on. Your problems are still there. There's a lot of things that we deal with in university over and above the academics. And academics doesn't stop, unfortunately, and life also doesn't stop. So it's about having the ability to deal and handle with life and also dealing with academics at the same time, just maintaining that balance. And I think this is something that I learned later on in my varsity years. And I think even coping wise, because, I also, in terms of personal things, there was a lot of things happening in my personal life, both good, bad, of course. But I think over time, over an extended period of time, I started developing skills to help me handle, what happened in my personal life. And, I built a stronger resilience system that allowed me to recover quicker from things and helped me just focus back on academics. But I also had the presence of mind, which I think is so important. I had the presence of mind to understand when I was not okay, when I had to just pull back a little bit, when I had to, obviously use my support structures, my family, my friends, whatever it may be. And, just acknowledge that if I was not okay, I had to take time to be okay again. And I think that's important as well, because at times we get so focused on the journey, just getting things done. And it's understandable because there's a degree to pass, there's things we need to get done. But I think sometimes, guys, we need to have the presence of mind to try and preserve ourselves, preserve our mental health, our physical well-being, our spiritual well-being. And I think these things are, considerably more important than the academics, because this is your foundation. This is who you are as a person. And, nothing should come in the way of who you are as a person. Yes, it's important to get the degree, but it's even more important to take care of yourself, to preserve yourself, and to make sure that, of course, you can make the impact that you want to make on the world. So I think, this is just a brief outlook on my journey in varsity. This is a sort of, just a small breakdown of the things I learned, but I think it's an over-the-top view. I can literally spend hours and hours and hours just chatting about this, talking about everything. But I thought, what, let me just give you guys a brief outlook. But of course, if you guys wanna hear more about my journey, please, guys, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know, guys, what you think about the new setup, what you think about the sort of mini redesign that I did on this channel. Let me know in the comments if you guys like it, if you guys hate it. And yeah, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this one. I really do. I'm really looking forward to, just the rest of the year, just banging out some videos. And of course, guys, next year, there's a lot of things I have planned. There's a lot of things that I want to get done. There's a lot of ideas around, guys. So I'm super, super excited for that. And yes, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you have. Leave a subscription if you haven't. We recently passed 500 subscribers. And it may not sound like a lot, guys, but for me, it means the world. It's fantastic. I love to see the growth. I love to see you guys engaging and enjoying. And as always, guys, let's continue on our journey in creating a better world.